everybody, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. These are going to be the weeklies for all the signs according to their elements. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, we are in Pisces season now. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And it's considered what's called the mutable sign. So what that basically means is that mutable signs take on the energies of all the signs that come before it. And they're all about communication, organizing information, finding compromise, and bringing people together. And because Pisces is the last sign, there could be a sense of endings and closure during this time. For the earth signs, Tauruses may be, during this time of Pisces season, may find themselves busy hanging out with friends, networking, meeting new people, socializing, just doing a lot of socializing during this time. And using the dreamy side of Pisces to connect with themselves. Taurus is going to be connecting with themselves about what your hopes and dreams for the future are. Virgo, it's going to be, Pisces season is going to be all about relationships and connecting with others. So Virgos are going to be some socializing too, but Virgos could use this time to learn to be more intuitive and trust their intuitive side, to look at the bigger picture without getting all caught up in the details, because we know how Virgos are all about the details. And Capricorn is going to learn a lot about communication and trusting their intuition during this time. Okay, so let's get on with the weeklies for the earth signs. I'm going to pull one card from the Spirit of the Animals deck for the overall energy for earth signs for the week. So let's see what we got here. We got cards falling out all over the place. What is the overall energy for earth signs? And this is going to be for the week of February 25th to March 3rd. Can you believe we are almost into March, which means spring is almost here. Although the winter hasn't been that bad in the Northeast, I am ready for springtime. Hopefully it'll last for longer than a week. What's the overall energy for earth signs the week of February 25th to March 3rd? These cards are really big. Okay, so even though we're going to be moving into spring soon, the earth signs got the polar bear mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So what the polar bear card is asking you to do, there may be some challenges that may come in this week for you, earth signs. But you know, it wants you to, you know, have faith that things are going to get better. And it wants you to trust your intuition and embrace what your intuition is telling you during this time when these challenges may come in. And, you know, just take this time if you're feeling stressed, you know, just really drained, just take this time to take some rest and so that you can renew your strength, okay? So they're wanting you to trust your inner guides this week with the polar bear coming in for earth signs. I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I'm going to pull 3, one for the beginning of the week, one for the middle of the week, and one for the weekend. So let's see what the messages are for the earth signs. And then at the end, I'm going to use the map quest, the enchanted map oracle cards, to pull a card for each sign in the earth sign family. What is the message for the beginning of the week for earth signs for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? What is the message for earth signs? Oh, we got 2 that fell out in the beginning of the week. We got Observer, and then my little things aren't going to work too well here, and Flexible, okay? So this week, in the beginning of the work, earth signs are going to be asked to be an observer. And what are you when you're an observer? You're kind of checking out what's going on around you, taking things in, kind of contemplating where you want to go with it. And with the polar bear coming out, it's asking you while you're using your, while you're being that observer, that you should be trusting your intuition and what your intuition is telling you about the observations that you're making and contemplating. But it really just wants you to kind of sit back and take everything in that's going around you in the beginning of the week. And just use it as a time to be the explorer, okay? And it wants you to be, in the beginning of the week, to be flexible. Don't be so judgmental on what you're observing that's going on around you or the information that's coming into you. It wants you to be more open and more flexible, so that you can see things in a different perspective. Because it feels like whatever the challenge that may be coming in requires a different take on it, a different perspective. Okay, and the earth sign folks, we're some fixed signs in here, and we get kind of set in our ways, and we really don't want to see different perspectives lots of times. But these two cards together are asking you to do that. You know, listen, see, look and see, listen, use all your senses, be the observer of what's going on, and be open to new thoughts and new ideas and new ways of thinking and doing things this week. Because that may be needed from the challenges that are coming in. And just, you know, use your intuition on how these new things that are coming in, because you are being more open and flexible, can help you to guide you along your path this week. Okay, let's see what's in for the middle of the week for Earth signs for February 25th to March 3rd. What is ahead for the middle of the week for Earth signs for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? We got the here and now, okay? So the here and now card is all about being in the present. We can't change what happened in the past, and we don't know what's going to come in the future. And don't try to direct things. I heard that pretty clearly. Just let things occur, okay? Be more open and be more flexible to what's coming in. But you need to be present in what is currently happening instead of looking back on the past and trying to figure out what the future is going to be in. Because if we spend all our time looking at the past and looking at the future, we're not seeing what's going on right in front of us. And you just really need to live one day at a time in the middle of the week this week. And just know that whatever's happening now, that's the moment that counts, not what's going to happen in the past or what's coming in the future, okay? And for the weekend, for Earth signs, what's ahead for Earth signs? For the weekend of February 25th to March 3rd. What's ahead for Earth signs for the week of February 25th to March 3rd. Alright, we got two cards for this one too. I'm going to take them up. We got that glitter card again. That came up a lot last week. So we got There's No Place Like Home and All That Glitters. Okay. So let's talk about the No Place Like Home. So the No Place Like Home card, you know, when I look at this card, and I think probably everybody else, we think of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, all she wanted to do was get back to home, because that's where she felt comfortable. That's where she felt, you know, that's where her true authenticity lied, was at home. So, you know, the message of this card is about finding that place where you feel at home with yourself. And, you know, finding your tribe, basically. So this weekend, you may end up finding your tribe. But finding that place where, you know, we fit in, where we feel like we belong, and being comfortable in your own skin, no matter, you know, what comes into play. You know, finding that place that feels safe and secure. And like this card said, the polar bear card and the mystic card, you know, this is having the ability to trust yourself and trust what's coming in for you and the choices and decisions that you make. Okay, but home is the safe place. But we have to be careful when all that glitters comes up. You know, we got a big pile of gold here with some masks on it. We got spirit looking down on it. So some offerings may be coming in over the weekend that look like they are the most awesome thing in the world that's coming to you. But what all that glitters is saying, it might be wearing a false mask. And remember the saying, all that glitters isn't necessarily gold. What I always say with this card when it comes up is don't reach for the shiny things, okay? The things that draw your attention in first may not necessarily be the best thing for you. But you're going to have to use your intuition to decide whether it is or not. If it's all shiny and glittery and wow, that's amazing, it probably most likely isn't. So look for the false masks underneath things during the weekend as you're looking for that place to call home, okay? Alrighty, I'm going to pull one card for Taurus, one card for Virgo, and one card for Capricorn from the Enchanted Map to see what's going on with you guys. And then we'll see what the soul trees have to say about some of these. What's ahead for Taurus for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? What's ahead for Taurus for the week of February? Okay, strength. I mean, the strength card is pretty obvious, but, you know, my question to you is, where are you looking for strength and where are you finding strength, okay? With all that glitters card that came up, maybe you're looking in the wrong places for that strength this week. Trust your intuition this week as to where you're going to find that strength for you. And be observant in what makes you feel strong and at home within yourself this week, Tauruses. Because that's where you need to head towards during the week. You know, there's really not, you know, she's got the world, she's holding the world up, and look at the trees growing up there. So there's going to be some growth that's going to occur this week because you are going to find your strength. The affirmation that goes with this card is your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. And like I said, trust your intuition, okay? This week, for Earth signs and Taurus specifically, it's going to be all about trusting your intuition as you move along in the week and making sure that you stay in the present. There could be some things that are going to be tested, some relationships that could be deepened. But when the strength card comes up, just know that you can't be thrown off your path, okay? All right, let's see what's ahead for Capricorn. What's ahead for Capricorn for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? What's ahead for Capricorn for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? What's ahead for Capricorn for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? I feel like Capricorn is going to be really looking forward to making some changes in their present. Okay, so Capricorn got the wishing well. And here we see the wishing well. Here's that gold again, okay? And the mask up top, be careful. You know, when we make a wish in the well, we throw the coin in the well and we walk away and we hope that whatever we wished for is going to come to fruition, okay? But with this mask up here, it's also saying be careful what you wish for. So you got a double message, Capricorn, about the gold issue here. You know, all that glitters is gold. The affirmation that goes with the wishing well card is desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. So basically what that is saying is, like I said earlier, don't try to direct the wish to go the way you want, because sometimes Spirit has a different plan for us, and they guide us in a completely different direction than what we wished for, but that's really where we need to go. So be flexible and open-minded as to what your wish is bringing in for you this week, Capricorns. And, you know, the wishing well card is very much so the aha moment, when everything makes sense, okay? So allow everything to make sense this week as you're moving along. And that's for Capricorn. Virgo. What is the message? What is the message for Virgo for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? Okay, well, Virgo, you are not going to be open. These cards are falling all over the place. The flexibility thing may not be an option for you guys. What is the message for February 25th to March 3rd? But you will be good at being the observer. I'm just not sure how open you're going to be to new ways of doing things. What's the message for Virgo? The week of February 25th to March 3rd. Okay, we got the chopped wood card for Virgo. So chopped wood is about doing some work, okay? Obviously we see the broom there. I'm going to pull another card because I'm sorry, Virgos, I picked up the wrong deck. But I will talk about the chopped wood because obviously you must have been meant to see that, because I picked up the I picked up the first deck that I was using. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Virgos. But the chopped wood is telling you, to me it sounds like there might be some inner work that needs to be done, that is going to help you to be grounded in the everyday experiences of life, okay? And to pay attention to, sorry about that, to pay attention to all the simple chores in your life, okay? Because this brings you into more receptivity of receiving whatever you're going to get by observing and staying. And it keeps you in the present instead of your mind floating off to what occurred in the past. And I'm hearing the past, I'm hearing nothing about the future. And this is another card about those aha moments, because when we engage in the everyday tasks of life in a contemplative way, it clears out your energy so that you can say, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so you are going to be brought closer to what you're looking for this week, Virgos, with the chopped wood. And I'm going to pull another card for you from the Enchanted Math card. You're getting like, oh. Okay, so it asked you to kind of use the mundane tasks of every day to get closer to your journey. But we got the Goblins card and we got Metamorphosis. I can never say this word. Metamorphosis for Virgos. And I think I said something about looking inside oneself, okay? And the Goblins are all about those scary parts of us, okay? So it looks like you Virgos need to take some time to look at that part of yourself. The saying that comes with this is fear is an illusion. Choose love today, forgive yourselves and others, okay? So the Goblins come out of hurts and wounds that we have experienced and loss that we've experienced in our lives, okay? And it kind of takes pieces away from us and puts us in that shadow place with these specific things, okay? So this card is asking you to pay a visit. When the Goblins pay you the visit, it's time to look at the shadows of your own self or someone else, because they don't lead you in a good place. But it's also an opportunity for growth when we take the time to look at those things within us, the things that give us fear, those experiences that occurred that put parts of us to fear certain situations. If we really look at those, and you're really good at analyzing, so it's time for you. We got the Observer card over here. It's time for you to observe the hurts and those pieces of you that caused that shadow in a certain area, so that you can move on to better and more beautiful things, and a metamorphosis will occur once you do that. But you have to be willing to be the observer of your shadow sides this week, Virgo, or the metamorphosis isn't going to occur. The metamorphosis says you're in the process of deep and beautiful changes, but unless you're willing to look at those goblins, the changes aren't going to be easy. And during a metamorphosis period, this is a time that we let go. So use the time when you're looking at all those goblins to let go of the pain, the hurt, the fear that these things caused you, so that you can shed the skin of those and, become the beautiful butterflies that are in here. Okay, so that's for Virgo. Let's see what the Soul Tree cards have to say. Okay, so we got the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and this is located between the top of the pelvic bone and the navel, and this is about the body, addictions, cravings, pleasure. It's where the creativity lies. The first chakra, the root chakra, is about survival, but this chakra awakens the desire to enjoy life, okay? So this over being the observer and being flexible tells me that in the beginning of the week, when you're just kind of taking in everything that's going on around you, And hopefully being open-minded, it's going to bring you to a place where you can enjoy life now. But also know, if the second chakra is blocked, this is usually blocked by guilt about something. So Virgos, you got that Goblins card. Maybe you need to get rid of the guilt you have over something. Alrighty. Why is the here and now card here for Earth signs for the week of February 25th to March 3rd? I hate when they fall on the floor. Okay, so the here and now card, we got teach. So there is a lesson to be learned in the here and now for Earth signs this week. And by going in and being the observer and being flexible and being present in each day, you're going to be able to teach yourself whatever that lesson is. For, for Taurus, it's the lesson of strength. For Capricorn, it's about that wish. It's going to teach you how to deal with that wish, and also teach you, I really think that Capricorn's lesson that's going to be taught is that your wishes may become in a different form than what you originally thought. And Virgos, it's going to teach you how to get rid of those goblins that reside within your life, okay? And why is the all that glitters card here? And no place like home. Why is the all that glitters and no place like home card here? And by, I just wanted to say, with the second chakra card, the sacral chakra card coming up before the teach, it may teach you why you're blocked by guilt, okie dokies. So the all that glitter card, intention comes up with that, and that comes with intention, and there's no place like home, okay? So basically, on a new moon, we usually set out in our intentions, and during the cycle, we work to make them manifest. Important message here, okay? Intentions, when you set them out there, you need to work at them. They don't just come to you, okay? So your intention over the weekend may be that you want to find who you feel at home with, where you feel at home with, but the message over that was be careful. I always see that all that glitters, be careful of all that glitters. I always put be careful in front of that because it's not always the best thing, okay? But you're going to be setting some intentions over the weekend. And, it's going to require patience for you to manifest them, but it's going to offer some healing, okay? Whatever that intention you set out over the weekend is definitely going to provide some healing to you in your life. And, a lot of these cards down the bottom that came out for each individual sign in the Earth sign group are definitely about we have to heal in order to reap the energy of the cards that have come out below, okay? We can't metamorphose into something awesome if we're still feeling the effects of the goblins, okay? We can't find strength if we're still living in a place of pain. We can't reap the benefits of the wishing well if we're in a place where we haven't healed sorrows of the past is actually exactly what I heard, okay? So let's see why the strength card is here for Taurus. Why is the strength card here for Taurus? Why is the strength card here for Taurus? And another thing that goes with a lot of these cards that came up out of the Soul Trees deck is The first line in the polar bear card, the mystic, it says, know that challenges make you stronger. Okay? Challenges are put there to help us grow from them, not to strength. We got wisdom for Taurus. So, you know, and on the bottom we got freedom. So strength for Taurus is going to make you gain wisdom, because you are being the observer in the beginning of the week. The wisdom is going to come to you, Taurus, about a direction, more of a different direction that you want to go with in a certain area of your life. And it may be career focused. I don't feel it's going to be like your main career, but maybe something on the side that is going to allow you more freedom. With freedom, I'm hearing free thinking, free movement, but really allowing more freedom in your mind, because this came up with the wisdom card. Okay, why is the wishing wheel here for Capricorn? Why is the wishing wheel here for Capricorn? Why is the wishing wheel here? Okay, so your dreams, what you wished for, has a purpose in your life. But like I said to you, when we ask the universe for something, what we ask for doesn't necessarily come in. So I really feel for the Capricorns that they did put an intention out there to the universe. They made that wish for something in the universe, and it's going to come to you in a different form, but you need to know it's not going to be what you asked for, or it's not going to be in the form that you asked for it. But just know that the way it's coming definitely has purpose in your life, okay? And why did Virgo get chopped wood, goblins, and metamorphosis? Okay, so Virgos, with your 3 cards that I pulled, because you got all 3, I pulled from the wrong deck the first time, and then 2 more came out from the other one. You got chopped wood, goblins, and metamorphosis, and on top of metamorphosis, you got allow, okay? Virgos, you need to allow this transformation to occur. You need to allow healing to come into you, okay? And for you guys, I think this might be one of the hardest things to do, because you kind of sit with things. You sit in that guilt for a very long time, and you really don't do much about it. You don't make any changes to get out of it. So this week, Virgos, you're being asked to allow that change and metamorphosis to occur in your life. Alrighty, I hope everybody has a great week, and we will be in March next week.